Peace. This is Spiritual Lifting with V. Let me get your soul swole. Today's subject matter is commit. This is a beautiful subject matter. And in fact, to everyone, I want to say peace and blessings. Hopefully you're enjoying your day. Remain inspired, smile, and enjoy yourselves in this life. And if you have someone you love them passionately. Okay. Thank you, Heavenly Father and Creator, for giving me this opportunity and everyone else the opportunity to have the breath of life in their lungs and be here on this day. Today's topic is commit. And I want to reach on this subject matter by first talking about what are you committing yourself to in life? A lot of times in life, people have many different things that they want to commit themselves to, whether that's the pursuit of better financial happiness, better love relationship, better family relationship, reaching their goals, breaking through maybe previous barriers that they've had in their life. Okay. And the list goes on and on. Obviously, commitment to so many things out here in life. People have different ones they have chosen for themselves and what fits their narrative for their life. Okay. But the things that you're committing yourself to, where is the basis in the beginning and the start of that commitment in this life? Are you starting with the Creator, the Heavenly Father, as the starting point for any commitment that you've made in your life? How are you motivating and moving through to fulfill those commitments? And if you are making those commitments, are you making those commitments to those things, people, or ideals, and not including yourself as a part of that commitment? Because a lot of times we can make a commitment, but we haven't committed to ourselves. So we end up wondering, why aren't my commitments working? Like, I've committed myself to this, but this whole situation didn't work. Did you start with the Heavenly Father first and make that step and make that commitment so that He can help you further reach what it is you desire to obtain in this life? What is your focus on during that commitment? What is your intention and intentions through that commitment? Are these things material? Are these things selfish? Are these things worldly? Or are you committing to improving your life through your spirit and through the connection with the Heavenly Father first? Because I can tell you, if that's not the basis of your commitment, how can you expect everything else to work out for you? Because your mind, your spirit, your body, any thought pattern you have, it will easily be strayed, especially when the commitments that you are trying to make or in the action of making start to get wavy, start to have turbulence and turmoil. Because anything that we have committed ourselves to is not going to be easy. Commitments take just that, committing yourself to it. That means that takes discipline. That takes self-mastery. That takes a deep desire. That takes a whole lot of heart. That takes the fact that if it's in a love relationship, not getting caught up in what other people are doing in their relationships, what other people around you, whether that be a man or a woman, other people's attractiveness, things that could draw your focus off of your actual relationship, whether it be money, people, the lack of things. Because in a true commitment in a relationship, it's good or bad, it's hard times. It needs to be reciprocated. If we down together. If we're up together. But one thing, we need to build together so we can remain up. But that still takes place in both people being committed to the Creator in order for it to work. Because if you have one person committed to the Creator and the other person is not committed to the Creator, you have a disbalance. The frequencies aren't lining up. Now, that's not to say you have to force another person to believe what you believe, or believe in the way you believe, or do what you want them to do, or what you're doing exactly. But it does take some similarity in connecting, and then both people finding their way through it, but then also connecting and having an agreement so the frequencies match up. And if you're in something like that and one person is seeing it and the other person doesn't see it, that's what communication is. That is what you actually taking the action and living your commitment can show and prove to the other person. Why your ideology, why your thoughts, why you yourself is telling them this, and why it could improve them. Now, if you're doing some committed to negative things, obviously you're going to get a negative reaction. We don't even want to go on that realm, because that's the whole thing. What are you committing yourself to? Are you committing yourself to negativity in life, material, irrational things, things that won't last? Are you committing yourself to love and everlasting love, unconditional love, open heart, open spirit, self-improvement, and building together? Now, if you're talking about in a family relationship, obviously this is just facts. We're not going to like each other every day. Sometimes our family, we want them to think that the way we think. We want them to be how we are. If they're in some sort of negative patterns that they can't shake or break. But we're all individuals. It doesn't matter how old a person is or how young a person is. A person younger can be way more mature in thought than a person that's older. And the younger person could be the teacher to the older person, right? As well as it could go vice versa. But again, this starts with the Creator. You having a commitment to the Heavenly Father and the Creator, and being focused and having that commitment as your base. Because when you have that commitment, you're going to build that understanding. You're going to be able to see and be shown why this individual or individuals in a family structure may be reacting this way, especially if it's negative. And then negativity has a whole bunch of realms, whether that's prejudicism, whether that's anger, whether that's verbal, mental, psychological. Well, mental is psychological abuse, physical abuse, whatever it is. We have to remember and maintain that we can't allow another's negative actions to affect us and make us negative too. We have to remain in the positive and understand that in the positive, that the negativity is going to come because it's wanting to oppose that positive energy. But we need to take that negative energy, wrap that tight, and turn that into positive. And we can turn that into positive by being committed to not letting those things shake us and keeping moving forward and doing what the Heavenly Father has asked us to do, not what we want to do, because a lot of times people will say things that may have you in the position that you want to be just as negative, you want to be just as evil, you want to be just as foul back to them. But where is that going to get you? That's just going to keep it going, a revolving door, and keep going around and around and around and around, and you'll never get anywhere, and you're on that carousel. We don't want to be on that carousel. We want to be on the carousel of positivity, not negativity. So we're not going to add to that. A lot of people think that it may be weak to play the higher ground, but you can give out so much knowledge when you don't. Because when you don't shake, you don't break, you don't waver, the same as the Heavenly Father doesn't do for us. He doesn't shake, He doesn't break, He doesn't waver. He woke you today. Present in your life, give you all the natural miracles out here in this world. Give you this free air to breathe every day. Unconditional love for you. You have to maintain that, and that's one of the hardest things to do, especially when somebody's bringing something negative into your world. But that's committing to doing the right thing, committing to using your life to increase the peace, committing to using your life to unconditionally love, committing to putting out there the energy that you want to receive back. You want that white light, you want that glow, then you got to put that out there so that reflection comes upon you. Don't fall into that darkness. Don't fall into that hate. Don't fall into these traps. Commit yourself in this life to something better. By starting with the Heavenly Father, starting with the Creator, you are able to find that strength, find that avenue, find that door, because He's going to open that door. And when you commit yourself to that and you don't break from that, a person can only argue if there's two people arguing. But when you don't do that back, when you don't put out that negative energy back, it's only them by themselves, and eventually they have to see it. And if they never see it, you don't have to worry about it because your energy's good. Their energy might be messed up, but you can have confidence in knowing what I'm committed to something greater, and that ain't it. So if you want to be on those bounds and having your life keep going and spiraling down and around and around and around the tube while you watch this other person because they're committed to the proper things in life, going up and up and up, and you're trying to figure it out. It's starting with the Creator. It's starting with the Heavenly Father. In life, we have to understand that by committing ourselves to greater things, not the frivolous things. How many opportunities have any of you lost in life just because your discipline, your commitment, your faith, your belief just really wasn't that strong? Just really wasn't that great. And at the end of the day, maybe you gave up, you said it didn't work. But did you really commit yourself to whatever the situation is deep enough, hard enough, fight through the fire to even get to the part where the miracle actually happens, to even get to the part where you can actually see the fruits of the labor, the truth? Because if you don't have a strong commitment, a strong discipline, how can you expect to achieve anything in this realm that we're in, on this plane of existence? If you're not committing yourself to improving yourself, improving your spiritual nature, improving your connectivity with God, how can you even expect to be on the proper path? Because you know what's going to happen? Those friends, those places, and those things, you're going to be there. And when you're there, the next man or woman is got themselves committed to whatever the craft is, whether that's the love life, whether that's their family life, whether that's whatever they're trying to make their future to be. They outworking you, and they're achieving it. Because while you playing and following around, people was getting goals accomplished. To quote Pac, you got to understand, you can never be ignorant, and you got to get goals accomplished. But by not committing yourself, you're playing into the ignorance out here in this world. We have to honestly and earnestly reevaluate what we're living in these times. I mean, you can look at all the shortcuts and the routes. I don't have to go into it. Turn on your YouTube. Turn on the news. There's a lot of people with lack of commitment for the proper things in this life. It's no wonder why the turmoil is the way that it is, or people are seeing certain things. They're shortcutting themselves. You want to put yourself in that negative energy realm, you're going to get that. You get money a negative way, negative things going to happen. In your love relationship, if you treat that person negatively, you're not being monogamous to them, you're going behind their back, you're seeing all these other females while they, or seeing all these other men while they believe that you are solely committed to them, it won't last. If your family, if you're not there supporting your family, helping them out, being there for them on all sorts of levels, whether it's emotional, potentially at times financial, potentially at times spiritually, it won't work. You're always going to have turmoil. When's the last time that, and I'm not doubting anyone out here, but I'm saying, when's the last time you took time just to pray with that best friend, just to pray with your lover, and you stepped up and said, I want to pray with you and connect on a spiritual level? Or you did that with your child or your family. Making those type of commitments Maybe you wasn't that way last year. Maybe you weren't that way before. But being in observance of the glory and the things that you have been delivered to you. Being in observance of the beautiful things that you have the opportunity to have. Because there's a lot of people in this world that don't have family, maybe never have family. There's a lot of people in this world that don't know what love is, maybe never experienced true love. There's a lot of people in this world that don't know what success is, never experienced that success. There's a lot of people in this world that haven't done a lot of things, but those, like, why are we going to excuse that? We're not going to make those excuses that I wasn't raised this way. I didn't have these things happen for me. No one's done this for me. Sometimes we have to commit ourselves to being the one that does it first in the positive manner. Committing yourself to the Creator first so He can fill you with the Spirit. And then you can begin to move through this world with the Spirit and begin to put and show this is what true commitment is. It's too many times when I'm watching a relationship in life, and when I say relationship, everything is a relationship. Well, a person places a commitment and they don't follow through with that commitment because they don't follow through. They didn't have the discipline to do it. Imagine if the Creator decided to fail everyone in His commitment of having this beautiful realm that we're in, that He blessed us with, just decided, I'm done. I'm going to do something else. I don't like it. I give up. These people won't give me my just due. They don't really have this true love for me. Why am I unconditionally loving them? And it just wiped everything out. Which, I mean, there's evidence of this happening before. We have to unconditionally love each other, people. We have to move through this life with commitment. People claim and say they're unhappy with this and with that. But where is that true unhappiness coming from? You have to commit yourself. You have to commit yourself to being better. You have to commit yourself to improving your relationship. People are going to argue. Family's going to argue. No one's ever going to agree because, hey, it just happens at times. Many minds in one place. People are individuals. People have different ideals. But through communication and committing yourself to being a better communicator, a better lover, a better family member, a better father, a better mother, a better friend. Through those kinds of commitments, committing to the Heavenly Father, that you're going to have a better commitment with Him. That you're going to be better connected on a daily basis. That when I'm open my eyes, the first thing I'm going to do is give you your love and your respect, because you give me the love and respect to wake me. Not taking things for granted. How many times in life have, like, you look back on things and like, man, I should have did this. I should have been here. I should have. But you took the opportunity. That God opened the door for you. He showed you something, like, you asked for this. You told me that you wanted this particular thing, whether it's in a relationship, a family, your work, whatever. You told me you had such a desire for this. I gave it to you, and now you just, because you didn't want to be committed to it, you didn't want to have the discipline to make it through. Everything is a team. I keep saying this. Everybody thinks that that they can just do everything themselves. You can't. It's not just you. The ideals come from the Creator. It takes you to put them in action. I mean, come on. He's constantly committed to us. This is not luck. Oh, I got lucky. No, you didn't. You literally didn't. The Father, He put that energy out there to make it happen for you. We have to be aware, open our eyes when these things happen again. I am so much in deep gratitude for all my situations and positions in life, because it opened my eyes up to a lot of things. Me, myself, and throughout this life, I can say many things have faltered for me because the discipline wasn't there. The commitment wasn't truly there. Even maybe I thought it was. It wasn't truly there. But maybe the commitment was even less there by, if I was in a relationship, by the other person. Or maybe I was all in and they weren't all in. Or if it's in family, maybe I just really wasn't committed to communicating enough and expressing myself and and letting everybody know what I really think and who I truly am. Maybe it was in a friendship. Maybe I wasn't committed as much as I thought I was to that friendship. And so it fell away because we weren't able to ride on the same energy frequencies. Change your energy, change your frequency, begin your day, change your commitment. When you start with the Heavenly Father, everything will change. Commit yourself to Him, because if He's been giving you what you want, He's been putting you in those positions, then you have to respect that. Give Him the same commitment back. If you're in a relationship with somebody and they are only with you and it's serious, give that person the same respect and put better time into the commitment, and commitment with communication with them and understanding. See things through other people's eyes instead of just your own eyes. Being committed to oneness. Pray with each other. You'll see how it changes. Look at your situations and know I can be better disciplined. I can be better focused. I can actually change my mind. And if I do this one simple little thing, because when you got one little negative thing that you got your life participating in, if it's in your love relationship and you ain't and you're not showing the same love, being unconditionally loving, the same commitment, you're not going to be able to ride on that same energy vibe. But if you change that about yourself, watch how the whole existence of the whole entire relationship changes. Instead of arguing with each other, talk it out. Ask a question. Why are you different today? What's wrong? Like listening. These are things that I'm not saying this because these are things that I'm just trying to tell people to do with their life that I have never had to face in my time. But I understand that these are the things that I have been committing myself to changing. And since I have been committing myself to changing, and it's been taking time, it's been a rough road, but my life has begun to change. My life has begun to change. People will notice these things. And when you change your life and you have a better commitment to the things, to the Heavenly Creator, to your ideals and goals in your life, watch how those change for you and how you get a better and deeper commitment out of the things that you are truly desiring, the things that you are truly asking the Heavenly Father for in this life. People, we have to, again, love each other unconditionally and passionately. You don't have to know a person, even if, and this is our relationship or whatever. But when we change our attitudes towards our existence, when we change our attitudes and views towards life, when we put ourselves in the positive situations and reformat our mind frames to something more positive, instead of going for the short-term material negativity that's in this life, that's really messing up our whole energy. And we change that, everything for us changes. When we change the energy that we're shooting up to the Creator and have a better communication with the Creator, everything will change for you. One of the toughest things in the world is to truly be committed to something. Because again, I say it again and again and again and again, it takes discipline. It's hard to be disciplined because you gotta not do certain shit. You gotta not go certain places. You gotta not be around people. You gotta be in bed when everybody else is out. You can't be out there with them. You can't be doing with Joe Blow and your homie cheating on his girl and you going there, your man, your homegirls. You can't, none of that. Because your stuff gonna always be messed up because you're riding on the wrong energy and wondering why I got these problems. Why can't I succeed? Why can't I get ahead? Because you're working on the wrong energy frequency. And all that stuff, it boils down to you. You creating that realm around you. Change your vibratory mode. When you start with putting the commitment to the Creator, you're going to be in the right place. You're going to be at home on time. You're going to be focused on your goals. You're going to be focused on your love life. You're going to be focused on your family. You're going to be focused on your children. You're not going to be focused on the petty things that just go away. Things evaporate. And you're going to increase your spiritual self when you are focused on committing to the Creator. You will see. I love this subject matter because it's very deep and it's very personal to me. And I have had to go through many things over the months and really reevaluating myself on what have I been committing myself to? Where have I made mistakes in the past? Why does this certain thing seem like it's recycling? Because I'm not breaking that karma. You want to break that karma, change your commitments. Change your commitments. Get focused up. We got one life, people, on this plane. Enjoy it. Love everybody around you. Put out that energy. Do something positive. Change your vibratory mode. If you have liked this subject matter today, leave a comment. I'm always down for correspondence. I'd like to know from everybody, either how you could change what you've been doing in your life through commitment, or by committing yourself further to yourself and to the Creator, how the things in your life have begun to change. If you like this subject matter, or you wanna drop a line about me doing some different type of subject matter, please let me know. I'll do it. If you want to hear a part 2 to this, because this is a real deep one. I mean, there's so many other avenues and areas I could touch on about commitment. Let me know. Mia, I love you. And people, this is a beautiful world, man. Thank you, Creator, for this day. It's beautiful. Get out, get some fresh air. Use your eyes and your mind. Use your eye and your mind. Enjoy what the Creator has given us. You only get your memories to take with you. You only get your experiences. You don't get none of the physical stuff. And as always, the children are the future, and we are the past. But by committing to the Heavenly Father and making a better commitments and more disciplined decisions in our life, we can all be the future. This is Spiritual Lifting with V. Let me get your soul swole. Peace.